of Kings.
That's right! Welcome back to another edition of the FTFL Weekly Update. As I, Brett Sieber, and yes, by the grace of a 11-point performance by Kyle Rudolph on Monday Night Football, I am still the king of your FTFL 4-1 atop the standings, all alone. And not only am I the king, but dare I say, Mr. Monday Night. Woo! And there's nothing anybody can do about it whatsoever. Now, of course, I won't completely discredit the other 4-1 team in this equation, which happens to be Ryan Deesum. And if you look at his team, you kind of start to wonder, how is he 4-1? His keeper hasn't even played yet this year, but there he is at 4-1. Oh, by the way, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Streaks. Mark's losing streak is over. He's back in the win column. Sid's streak, the losing, continues now 3 in a row since that fateful mishandling of his Jimmy. We no longer in the FTFL have complete losers. Nope, just partial losers, because Adam Saltmarsh has got himself a victory. Now, speaking of Adam Saltmarsh, there was recent diatribe going on and on about trades and people not paying attention and all of this stuff. I have heard from not one. I have heard from not two. But I have heard from 3 individuals who have this week offered Saltmarsh trades and have either gotten nothing in response or complete revocations. No banter whatsoever, which is what Saltmarsh wanted. So is this just retaliation? Is this giving up? I don't know. I guess time will tell. Lastly, before we get going into the games, the return of everyone's friend, the Magic 8 Ball. I have a feeling tonight's going to be a special night for that. And with that, onwards to the games. First off, the King, the Hulkamaniacs at 3-1, taking on the reeling Kramerica. What? Something just... Oh, you know what? I left my... Sorry, super embarrassing. I left my phone on. It's out. The Twitter app is open, and it's been quite a week. I mean, let's be honest, on Twitter, every day, in particular with one individual, I guess, tweeter, the president. This one is actually his. It popped up. I follow him not because I am in any support. More so, it's like a car wreck. You can't look away. This one says, "What a horrible show. Can't believe FTFL would allow this clown on TV. The King, how sad." Hold on. So, 2 things here. One, the president is watching this show. I would love to say that's great. I'm not entirely sure I fully can get behind that. And wait, the King, how sad? Wait. I am the king. I have the crown. I have the best record. I beat the final undefeated team. There's no arguing those facts, Mr. President. I wish that, I apologize. There won't be any more of that. The Hulkamaniacs 3-1 taking on Kramerica Industries at 2-2. Looking to get back in the win column after, of course, the mishandling of his Jimmy. Boy, was this a nail-biter. It came all the way down to Monday night. It was 93 for the Hulkamaniacs to 92. Wait, what? Again? Wait, what is... Hold on, it says... Little Packer fan, what a horrible host. Nothing but fake news. Kramerica won this week? No, sorry. It's Mr. President. 93 points for the Hulkamaniacs. 92 points for Kramerica Industries. My Browerville math says that 93 is greater than 92. I really don't know how there's any sort of arguing point to this whatsoever. You know what? I'm just gonna turn this off now. I'm done with that. Okay. Onwards. On that. This what was what? What?
I'm sorry.
I'm speechless. Mr.
Little Packer fan, I can't believe I have to listen to this fake news. Donald Trump, have been so busy. You have to interrupt my office work just to come down here and defend myself against the fake news.
You're holding a golf club. Your office work?
I've been very, very busy. Don't listen to him. Been very busy.
What fake news? I'm really confused. One, I'm just blown away that you're here. Two, what fake news are you talking about? This is all actual what happened.
Kramerica clearly won this game. Don't listen to this man. He's not the king. Kramerica is.
What are you looking at?
He has more total points than the king.
Am I missing something on the?
Please listen to me,
Mr. Trump. The camera's actually right there.
I've come down here. Let me put this down.
Do you want like a chair? I mean, I can slide over. I'd have you sit on the toilet seat. I'm sure that would be fitting, but I don't want you to soil our trophy.
I can grab this chair in a second, but I have to say, I've been very busy helping the people of Puerto Rico.
Really?
Really. Believe me, you may not see it. The fake news media has it out there, but it's very hard to get to. It's an island, if you don't know, sir.
Yeah, that's sure. I mean, I think it is a U.S. territory. These are U.S. citizens, President. You understand this, right?
It's water, big water. It's very hard to get to. Please believe me. Look at this great media story. I have personally dedicated a trophy to the people of Puerto Rico and Texas. Please, everybody see that.
Was there like a check from the United States in there, Mr. Trump? Was there supplies for the hurricane relief, Mr. Trump?
This can hold water. People can drink from this. Look, these people are lazy in Puerto Rico. If I gotta come down there and plug in their power for them, I can show them how to do this.
Well, this is a fantasy football show, Mr. President. I don't understand
I can move rubble out of the way for them as well. See, look how easy this is. I pick up the chair, pick up the rubble, move it. Everything is settled.
Oh, that just like that.
Just like that.
You waved a magic wand and everything's fine.
Puerto Rico can handle themselves.
Well, you know what? Well, I guess make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
I mean,
I think I have to sit here the rest of the show to defend myself against and others against fake news.
Fake news. Wow. I just literally beside myself. You know what? I'm going to move on.
You don't want me to pull your license. You heard about that today, didn't you?
License for my fantasy football show that I film in my basement.
Any media that provides fake news will have their license pulled. That I just came up with today.
So then, it must be so. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and talk, and I guess you listen careful with Mike. You are not the king. You are the president. And even that, that's in the loosest sense of the word. So anyways, Hulkamaniacs 93, Kramerica 92, a 1-point loss, leading the way. By the way, the second Monday night second Monday night victory of the year for the Hulkamaniacs. I mean, really, the story of the early season in the FTFL is all about the king and the 4-1 record. AJ Green led the way, 25.5 points. Now, 17.5 of those points came in the first half of the first quarter. Aaron Rodgers, who, let's be honest, really isn't even from this planet, added 24 points. I did survive only 4 points from my running backs this week, Hyde and Powell.
Horrible players.
This week, Mr. Trump, I won't, pains me to say this, disagree with that statement. They did play awful. Again, Rudolph needed 10. He got 11, thus the victory. If you're Kramerica, your big gun, Tom Brady, 12 points. Just 12. Really, I know he's a fan of yours, Mr. Trump. Maybe that's why he struggled this week. I don't know. Devontae Adams, 10 days removed from the vicious hit from Danny Trevathan, 19.5 points, 2 touchdowns. That late touchdown, which I was sure sealed it for Kramerica. Although it didn't. In this, I survived not only my 4.5 points by running backs, but 31 points by the Jacksonville.
The greatest pickup in the league. I only make great pickups.
You actually picked this team up. Was it an accident? Was it the computer? Who did this for you? I can't imagine you took a break from golf all that long to fix this for yourself. 31 points is unheard of from a defense. Unbelievable. Also, Kramerica's running backs combined for 9 points, so not a really great week for running backs in this one at all. Kramerica drops another third in a row since the mishandling of the Jimmy.
I know how to handle my Jimmy, sir.
Well, that's all.
That's the ladies.
This isn't that kind of show, Mr. President. I just prefer that we stick to the topic at hand, which is fantasy football. Next up, Ryan Deesum and his big old titties and balls at 3-1.
I like titties and balls.
Again, I wish I had a cameraman. We could pan over just to me and not look at him too. Taking on Linkowitz at 2-2. Linkowitz is in free fall, and now his best player is gone. I don't know where he's going to find help. It's not looking pretty. Final score, 83. Deesum, 60.5 for Linkowitz. If you're Deesum, Dak Prescott, who he got in a preseason trade, might I add. That's right, you're welcome. 30 points. Christian McCaffrey scores his first touchdown of the season, 10.5 points. Tariq Cohen and Isaiah Crowell combined for 5.5. Again, poor running back play in the league. Will Fuller, the fifth, put 21 on the bench. I'm assuming he's moving up into the starting lineup here soon and makes Deesum's team even more formidable. Yes.
If I could interrupt real quick.
You know what? You are the president of the United States, not because I voted for you, because I didn't. Anyways.
I won the popular votes and the election and the primary.
Okay, so back to the game. Sorry.
I just want to, on a sad note with these teams, there are bad players on both sides, and it pains me to see this kind of strife in the league.
Wait. Bad player. What?
Both sides.
Okay,
yes,
you know what?
Both sides.
It's just.
I'm sorry.
Dak Prescott put up 30 points. I don't know where that's. How's that a bad player?
There's good spark. There's good players, good people all around, but just both sides did have bad players, and it pains me to see that in our country, in our league.
Fantasy football is a game of luck, Mr. Trump, and so there's really not a lot of I think planned out actions involved with this. So, for John, OBJ 18.5 points this week, and pretty much his final points of the season. Next up in that for his points this week, Stephen Gostkowski was the second highest scorer with 15. Jameis Winston had 12. There was zero help on the bench. John was going to lose this from the onset, and I'm not entirely sure John will win much more going forward.
Sad.
In this case, again, it pains me to agree. Yes, sad. The Architect at 3-1, taking on the people of Middle Spunk Creek, who last week had Kareem Hunt. The Kareem effect, the magic that was slightly turned. And we were asking ourselves, has the Kareem turned back in the win column this week? 87 points to the Architects, 76. Stafford was 16. A Duke Johnson sighting, 15.5 points for the Architect. Didn't matter. Ezekiel Elliott off week, 8.5. DeMarco Murray was 6. Pierre Garçon and Kelvin Benjamin both had 10 points each on the bench. Had you played both of those players, you would have gone on to win, and you would have been 4-1. Instead, the people in Middle Spunk Creek have gotten that victory. For them, Eli Manning, brand new quarterback. I don't know, Mr. Trump, if you're a fan of Eli Manning.
New Yorkers, I can't stand New Yorkers.
Wait, isn't that whole?
They hate me. I hate them. I can't help it.
But you have a lot of you reside there, do you not? Some of the time.
I got my own tower. It's like its own state.
Sometimes people, I think, wish it was. Antonio Brown with 15, Chris Hogan 14, and Cameron Brate 12.5. All great weeks. The one player who didn't have a great week, the aforementioned Kareem Hunt, 7.5 points. Lowest point total of the week, trending backwards, which if you are the people of Middle Spunk Creek, that does not bode well going forward. So you did have options on the bench that probably would have added more points. So maybe the Benjamin and Pierre Garçon additions wouldn't have mattered for Matt. Instead, people 3-2, Architect 3-2. On to everyone's favorite segment, taking a break for the games. And Mr. Trump, it appears you've been watching the show because of the tweets I received earlier. It is time.
I love this ball. I love all balls.
That's, I guess, useful information. Thank you for that. This, however, ball belongs to me. It is the Magic 8. I prefer if you don't touch my ball. It's very special to me, and it's one of those things that I think only I should touch.
People don't tell me what to do. Only I tell myself what to do.
You can't just walk up and grab the ball. I mean, that's not what this is about. So please, can I proceed with this? Or
please, I love this segment.
All right. So just got done talking about Kareem Hunt, people in Middle Spunk Creek. Has Magic 8 Ball the Kareem turned, and is the tide shifting for one Adam Swart? Magic 8 Ball, share your wisdom with us. It says you may rely on it.
I must agree with that statement. Kareem Hunt, it pains me to see him go from Kramerica.
Well, right. I mean, that was, let's be honest, that set the tone for this entire season in some ways. That massive trade, that stockpiled draft picks for Kramerica left, the cupboard's pretty bare for Adam Swart's team, but as long as they keep producing, it won't matter because it's all about this year. All right, so that was question number 1. On to question number 2. Is this the beginning of a new streak for Jeff Marksher? Is this the first win of many to come? Magic 8 Ball, drop your wisdom on us, Mr. Trump. It says very doubtful. It's kind of what I thought. 112 points is a lot of points, no doubt about it. But it's been up, it's been down. I mean, you've now scored, I think,
just like at home.
again, I've zero. His aides aren't here. He's here on his own. There's nobody watching anything. I apologize for this interruption in this entire show. I know it's not the quality that we expect here on the FTFL Weekly Update. Mr. Trump, I have one last question for the Magic 8 Ball. So I'm going to go ahead and... this one pertains to, I would probably guess, everyone's favorite player, Aaron Rodgers. You've heard of him, yes?
I don't pay attention to the peddling players in the league.
Well, he is actually one of the best. And my question is, Magic 8 Ball, is Aaron Rodgers from another planet? I mean, he plays with such amazingness, it doesn't even seem like he's human. Is Aaron Rodgers from another planet? And the answer coming back says, wait for it. Oh, it bounced around. My reply is, oh, it's no. He is human after all. Probably one of the greatest human.
Hold on. I got emergency text. I got to take a break. Give me one second.
Take a break, Mr. Trump. We don't have all day.
Oh, quick! I could break. I got to consult my general here real quick. There's some foreign news.
What are you doing with the ball?
I'm consulting my best general. I have to start a nuclear war with North Korea?
Why? What are you?
It is decidedly so. I'm sorry. My general's spoken.
What?
We're going to wipe out North Korea. I'm sorry.
Whoa. That whole entire decision. The eight ball. What?
I can't trust anybody else but myself and the Magic 8 Ball. He has no biases. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
This is how I make all my important decisions. I'm sorry. Please. I have one of these at
You know
my
what?
house.
You've touched this. Why don't you just take that? I'm gonna find a new one and a new way to do this. You know what? That concludes the Magic 8 Ball segment. On to the last couple games. Pack Attack at 3-1, fresh off his first loss of the season to none other than the King, not you. Taking on Mana, 3-time champ Mana, and like I said earlier, 112 points from Markser. You're not often gonna lose when you score 112. Now, Pack Attack really didn't even show up. Total of 65. His highest scorer this week was a kicker, Robbie Gold, 13. The Philly defense was next up with 11. Jarvis Landry, 10.5. The rest of it was a mess. 10.5 points combined on the bench. Was the 3-0 start smoke and mirrors? One of the better, chances going into the season, record-wise, at least supposedly, according to statistics. But right now, we got to start asking yourself, was 3-0 smoke and mirrors? Markser.
When you make horrible decisions like J.H.I., I can't help but say... Decidedly so.
I thank you for the J.J. decision because, boy, you took him. I got A.J. Green. That's just fine with me. For Markser, maybe finally figured out his quarterback situation. Deshaun Watson, 42 points. Holy cow. And Leonard Fournette continues to make his case. We've talked about Kareem Hunt. We've talked about the resurgence of Todd Gurley. Leonard Fournette, dark horse MVP candidate of this young season. T.Y. Hilton, 13.5. Those three players combined for 84 of his 112 points. Huge. I know a word you like throwing around. Huge. Point total. Aaron Jones on the bench, 14.5. Might be, some help. Then again, Ty Montgomery should be coming back soon. So we will see Markser back in the win column, up to 2-3. Last game of the week. Bazinga at 1-3, taking on the radioactive 0-4 Monkeys. And the Monkeys are winless no more. 96.5 to 82.5. The two bottom feeding teams feeding on each other. Now both 1-4 on the season. If you saw Marsh, Melvin Gordon, 25 points. Huge week. Alex Smith, 24. Also talking MVP candidate for Alex Smith. 71 of his 96.5 points came from Alex Smith, Melvin Gordon, and welcome back, DeAndre Hopkins. Holy cow, where has that dude been? Of course, he survived a 0 from Smallwood, which we all knew wasn't playing the entire week. I don't know. I mean, that was news that was out there.
Fake news.
It was
fake news. That's why he played him. Fake news.
16 points on the bench. If you're Andy, 5 players in double figures. Not a bad percentage. Phillip Rivers, 22. Justin Tucker was next in line with 13. Amari Cooper, your first-round pick, another bust of a week at a half point. Jordan Howard, your keeper, 4 points. Allen on the bench would have netted you 12. Could have tied. Then again, Radioactive Monkeys could have made some other decisions. So this win is firmly in the hands of Saltmarsh for his first victory of the year. All right, we're going to wrap up this very odd and bizarre show with the stud, the dud, and the decent update. stud of the week, this was easy. Deshaun Watson, 42 points down there in Texas. Leading, of course, the resurgence in Houston, which I know you spent some time there. We saw the shoes that your wife had on. I don't know why she chose those. It was
they didn't want my paper towels. Puerto Ricans loved them, but I don't know.
But they need more than paper towels in Puerto Rico. I don't know.
They can soak up all that water with the paper towels.
You just told me the ocean was huge. So what?
It's huge.
Dud of the week, Devontae Parker, half point. Coming into this week, averaged 9 points a week. Your team lost by 1, Devontae Parker, and they lost because of you. The DSM update, this has become a broken record. I didn't, get to reading off the DSM awards. That'll be next week. There was an unexpected guest here this week. We're going to go over those again because they sorely need to be reminded. Smallwood, all week long, was really in question. And as of Sunday morning, there was no chance. Yet he still played, Mr. Saltmarsh. Tanking, I don't know. Not paying attention, I don't know. Overall, inability to run a competent team, absolutely. And also the Jimmy effect, 0-3 since the fateful mishandling.
Fake news. We won one game without the Jimmy.
Well, again, but ever since that week and by the way, as an aside, I was super concerned when I called out Austin Safari and Jenkins for being the next 2-bit loser, and then he went on to score like 10 points. And I thought, oops, that one's going to bite me in the butt. But it didn't, because I'm Mr. Monday Night.
I got room in the office if you want to come join me here for a couple hours while I'm busy solving world problems.
You know what? No. You've invaded my office. I've spent enough time with you here. This week's slate of games, we got a bunch of really solid games coming up. Probably the game of the week, pitting 3-2 people of Middle Spawn Creek against the reeling Pack Attack, 3-2, both trying to get that coveted 4th win. Titties and Balls of Ryan Deesum, 4-1, taking on Cramerica at 2-3. Will this be the week Cramerica gets back on track?
Now, Cramerica already has one win against
right? Deesum's one loss has come to Cramerica, and in the past has been haunted by massive performances from players on Cramerica. We'll see where that goes. The King, the Hulkamaniacs at 4-1, taking on Team Linkowitz at 2-3. You know what? Where did my crown go? Okay, Mr. Trump, thank you. Leave that there. Mana, 3-time champ Mana, 2-3, taking on Bazinga at 1-4. The Architect at 3-2, wrapping it up against the Radioactive Monkeys, who are also 1-4. We're gonna cue the music, Mr. Trump. We are gonna get out of here.
Where's my ball? I got to tee it up.
You know what? Go find your balls. Take this. I don't want that back anymore. This is Brett Sieber of the Weekly Update. We're signing off. We'll catch you next time. My apologies for the president and his actions. I'm the king.